From hotspots to hidden gems, this is your guide to all things local, the LA Unscripted way, with unprecedented and exclusive access to the historic Hollywood sign, like this one. Nine steel letters standing 45 feet tall. The Hollywood sign is celebrating its centennial, and LAU has your invite to explore the iconic Los Angeles landmark like never before. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devon, and joining me in Beechwood Canyon, KTLA's very own Wendy Birch. Wendy, it's your first time to go off script.
I love it. Let's take a hike, right?
Okay, yeah.
Talk about Tinseltown's timeless beauty. She's looking good for 100 years old, right?
Really good, but I think she's had work.
Yeah, I do think she's had some work done. Since 1923, the looming letters behind us have beckoned businessmen, dreamers, actors, and wanderlusters. I do love a good wanderluster. Yes, to head west and to follow your dreams.
Now revealing the world-renowned relic as we revel with respect.
My name is Jeff Zarinam, and I'm the chairman of the Hollywood Sign Trust. 100 years ago, there was basically what you see up here. Nothing. It was just barren lands, hillsides, and developers came together and they said, we need to bring in some homes. The movie industry was booming. People needed somewhere to live. So they said, we're going to build a development and we're going to call it Hollywood Land. But most of the people were living downtown. They had to bring them in somehow. They had to attract them in up here in the hillside. So they decided to build this gigantic sign, call it Hollywood Land, which was the name of the development, because they were selling just that, land in Hollywood. They lit it up with about 3,700 light bulbs, and it shined holly, and then wood, and then land, and then it would repeat, and then altogether Hollywood Land. Well, they sold about 450 lots. It took about until 1945. The Hollywood sign was dilapidated. The H had fallen down, so they propped up the H, and they decided to also remove the LAND, the last part of the sign, so it would just say Hollywood. And that was a pivotal moment for the sign because it signified not only the place called Hollywood, but it also represented the motion picture industry, the signature industry of Hollywood itself. February of 1978, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce commissioned some engineers to say, how can we help this sign? And they said, well, it's unrepairable. They created what's called the Save the Sign Committee to do a fundraiser to completely rebuild the sign with a brand new structure, and that's the sign that we see today. Alice Cooper was the very first person who stepped up and donated $27,777. Later on, we had Hugh Hefner come in and do a fundraiser. It's made out of I-beams, steel, corrugated steel for the face of it, and I-beams really, and concrete for the foundations.
Oh my, oh! Exactly, the O. And these are so much bigger than you'd even think. This one's 60 feet up in the air.
And look, corrugated steel. Knock on corrugated steel.
That should be a saying.
At the very end of the completion of the Hollywood sign in late October 1978, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce decided there has to be a special entity which strictly focuses on the maintenance and upkeep of the Hollywood sign. So they created the Hollywood Sign Trust. And the Hollywood Sign Trust mission is solely for the maintenance of the Hollywood sign. We paint it about every 10 years. We just painted it. We gave it the Hollywood sign its latest makeover back in November of 2022 to make it ready for its 100th year debut. It's imperative that we take care of it. It's what people expect, not only in the people of Los Angeles, but it's around the world. They expect that Hollywood sign to be there forever. So it's vital that we take care of it. It's an icon, not only for Los Angeles and California, but for America itself.
It's a sight that never gets old.
From TVs to movies, the landmark has landed many leading roles. You know, if only we had an expert on all things Hollywood.
Maybe Sam Rubin?
Great idea.
How about that? And he's gonna tell us where to spot the cutouts in close-ups and credits.
I think the Hollywood sign is a symbol of you have arrived. You're actually here. You know, there are, on one level, there's really rather few sort of global icons. Big Ben, Taj Mahal. And weirdly enough, although the Hollywood sign is not a structure like that, it is extraordinarily, and I think immediately, it's recognized all around the world. The Hollywood sign is depicted as a logo in a variety of things for a variety of products, but the Hollywood sign has starred in a variety of movies.
Joe eats me.
This movie, Mighty Joe Young, the O comes out because, of course, a gorilla takes it and then takes a bite out of it. Another disaster movie, Day After Tomorrow.
Oh my God. Lisa, are you getting this on camera?
A tornado comes to Southern California, rare indeed. Whoop, there goes the Hollywood sign. In The Rocketeer, which is a really well thought of movie. Well, of course, somebody crashes right into it.
The name's Pliskin.
Escape from LA, this really well-known movie. Oops, here comes fire.
Come and get it.
Should we set fire to the Hollywood sign?
Yeah, I guess so.
What can it not withstand? In Superman, as opposed to collapsing, the Hollywood sign bended, giving Superman the opportunity to bend it back. The Hollywood sign has withstood so much, so many years, so much time. I think why disaster movies like it
A twister in Los Angeles
is that, gee, if the Hollywood sign falls,
Your countdown clock has now terminated function.
something's really wrong.
What's happening?
The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce has been an incredible steward of the Hollywood sign. And so while there are earnings to be derived from licensing images of the Hollywood sign, all that money doesn't go into somebody's pocket. It goes into preservation of the Hollywood sign. For me, and given the work that I do, it means that I'm in the right place. So I am always gratified that from our workplace, from our TV station, you can look up and see the Hollywood sign.
Now, unprecedented and exclusive access to the historic Hollywood sign.
All right, ladies, you ready?
We're ready.
You ready to go into the restricted area?
I guess so, yes.
Go behind the Hollywood sign?
Yes.
Well, let's go. Here's the key.
What a nice
we're gonna
office
go.
you
No,
have.
let's do this.
Okay.
Usually I'm not allowed to go into restricted areas.
Yeah, me
Ever.
neither. Pivot! Pivot! Okay, I have man hands, just FYI.
Gloves, whichever you want the man.
I don't know,
size
you
or
tell
the-
me. Probably.
You have man hands.
I
Get the
swear to
man
God, I have
hands.
man hands.
You've got your gloves. This is a tree climber's rope. It's a climber's knot.
Okay.
The easiest way to go down is to stick your butt out.
Oh, that's good for me.
Your butt out.
Easy for me.
I do that all the time.
And just hand over hand back.
Hand over hand, backward.
Yep.
Push
Every man for himself. Every woman for herself.
Do we straddle the rope? That's an honest question.
She wants to straddle the rope.
Okay, right.
Let's go. Let's go. Boulder.
Big boulder.
Boulder.
Big boulder.
Boulder. Boulder. Well, you don't wear heels on the hiking trail.
Hiking heels.
They're not hiking. There's no such thing as hiking heels. We are literally as close as you could possibly get to the Hollywood sign.
One of the most photographed places in the entire world. Checking your phone.
You know, so few people have ever gotten to be this close to the Hollywood sign.
I know, well, legally.
Legally speaking. Legally speaking.
We are chaperoned. We're
So
okay.
this is the L.
And look
There's
at-
two L's. There's two L's
L's
there
there.
and two L's right here. Two.
You know what we really should do though?
What?
It is this sign's 100th
true.
anniversary.
It's true.
All of Los Angeles, join in with us, will you?
Happy birthday to you, Hollywood sign.
It's a visual that evokes just so much emotion, and it means something different to everyone.
It's so true. I will never forget the first time I saw the sign.
Oh, I love that song!
It's Ace of Base. I love it. Look it up. Sing it while we take a break. This epic LA Unscripted episode from the base of the Hollywood sign will be right back. I saw the sign.
Open up
your eyes. La, 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 la,
blah, blah.
On On the southern slope of Mount Lee, the Hollywood sign is celebrating 100 years, and we're having a soiree 1,578 feet in the sky. I'm Dana Devin in LA Unscripted's +1, Wendy Birch.
This is my first time actually going off script with you. It's so fun. It's so spontaneous.
I love having you. It's so nice. And so is getting this close to our legendary local landmark. And Wendy, you found the top 5 spots to take a snap with the sign.
That's right. I do it for the gram. Didn't you know, of course, I am always, my friend, up for a good selfie.
Then let's get one.
In its 100-year history, the Hollywood sign has become one of the most photographed sites in the entire world, with millions of people willing to take a hike just to get their shot. Now, the best way to get there is to make your way to Griffith Park. Winding trails will lead you to lookout points, picturesque plateaus, and even to dizzying heights. But we found far too many people have left their mark on this park, and not in a good way. That's why on our company-wide Founders Day of Caring, the KTLA family decided to get our hands a little dirty. Our anchors alongside our engineers, our sales staff, and our stagehands all pitched in to pick up. Our friends at the LA City Recreation and Parks Department provided the rakes and the shovels. We brought the manpower and the sandwiches. When it was all said and done, we improved a special part of Griffith Park. And along the way, we discovered the top 5 spots to get your shot of the Hollywood sign. You can look like an angel here at the Griffith Observatory, plus parking is free before noon. We applaud the photo spot at Ovation, the entertainment center at Hollywood and Highland. No hiking required. For those willing to go the distance, park at the Greek, jump on the dash, and then head to the trail a half-mile up to a place we like to call the Point 5 Overlook. Keep climbing and you'll reach the Hollywood Plateau, where you can look like you are holding the Hollywood sign in your hand. And for those not afraid of heights, go another mile for a behind-the-scenes look at a true Hollywood legend.
So we're at the very top of Mount Lee, very top, which is right behind the Hollywood sign, and this is actually the photo spot that you're going to get the best shot of the Hollywood sign and the Los Angeles basin, from Mount Hollywood to the Griffith Observatory to downtown Hollywood, all the way to the Pacific Ocean.
And Dana, it is really important to stick to those city-approved spots for your shots. You don't want the neighbors mad at you, and you don't want a parking ticket.
Oh, we saw that. Yeah. And coming up, tips to take the best pics. LA Unscripted with epic access to the Hollywood sign. We'll be right back. It's a sign of the times.
One of the most recognizable and memorable markers in the entire world is turning 100 years old right in our own backyard.
And there are so many ways to commemorate and celebrate.
Like shopping!
Exactly. I mean, I clearly did.
I'm Lily. I work at the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. I oversee the licensing for the iconic Hollywood sign. The Chamber has always been the stewards of the Hollywood sign. We're very lucky. We do get approached a lot for partnerships. This year, we've been really working to make sure that our partners are able to see the vision that we have. We've worked with amazing artists. We're working with really specific retailers to kind of incorporate the dream of the Hollywood sign into our merchandise. Because when people think of the Hollywood sign, they don't think of the physical sign. They think of a feeling. And our goal with merchandise is to evoke that feeling. We're so happy to partner with Skechers. We have several different shoe varieties with them. We have a running shoe as well as some flats. There are 3 different varieties right now, but we have several more coming out in their collection that will be coming out this summer. This is our first collab with Sugarfina. They have been amazing partners. We have several different candies in the collection, and it really feels like you're buying a candy, but you're buying a piece of art. That is the brand Pattern Pop. You can get it on their website now. And we have several different visual images, and you can customize it based on the name, whatever you want. We're working with the Japanese-inspired streetwear brand Tokidoki. We have a bunch of different collectibles with them. The Johnny Walker Hollywood collaboration, this is not specific for the centennial, but we've had it for a while. Very high end for an anniversary, for a special occasion. You're gonna wanna have it, and then you're gonna wanna keep it because the branding, the bottle is just beautiful. We've actually been working with an artist, Anch. We've been working together to kind of create with a bunch of different artists, select prints. They're all limited edition for the Hollywood sign for the 100 years. So Shag is the first one that we have coming out. You can buy those limited prints online at the Shag store or at his store, which is in Palm Springs. He wanted to evoke the Hollywood sign, the kind of the future. You can see aliens on there. It's such a fun print that really it makes you feel that you're both in Hollywood, but also in the future and in the past at once.
To celebrate the centennial, make sure to tag us.
Tag, you're it.
No, I mean like the @ tag.
Oh, okay, yeah. And for the best shot, I went straight to the top to strike a pose.
Hi, I'm David Livingston. I'm an official photographer for the Hollywood Sign Trust. I moved here 23 years ago, and I've had an ongoing love affair with the sign. I've shot probably 10,000 photos of it, had a couple of photo exhibits about it. It looms large in my legend. If you want the money shot that you want to have on your Christmas card, the best way to do that is with a good quality zoom lens. Zoom all the way into the sign, step into the shot, then your head will be large and the sign will be closer than it would be if you were shooting it really wide. The iPhone is the best photographic instrument ever invented, and it will help you get a great shot of the sign by shooting with the longer focal length lens. So on your phone, it'll have 3 times, which means you have 3 times of a zoom. And in that way, you can bring the sign closer to your head. It's all about zooming and using the telephoto lens to bring the 2 images, the foreground and the background, closer together. If you want to get it really dramatic, afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, or early morning, you get more dramatic stuff. But if you want the punchiness of direct sunlight with no shadows on the sign, then midday is the best time.
Speaking of selfies, how did I do? So there's this one and there's this one.
More filter.
Oh, you're not supposed to see that one. Oh, woo! Ha!
The first pick surely will be around for the next 100 years, just like the sign.
When anybody comes to town, the first 3 or 4 things, I want to see the Hollywood sign. Hollywood sign has had sort of ups and downs over its many, many years, but it is this eternal symbol of, I think, so many things, because it's near the stars.
So the job of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce with respect to the Hollywood sign is to oversee its maintenance. We provide the funding to a sign trust to keep that sign in good shape. And we've been responsible for its maintenance since the 1940s. For the first 50+ years of the sign, it was made of wood, and over time it fell apart. Then it was upgraded to steel to last longer. And we'll continue to improve the quality of the sign. So it's here for another 100 years. But I also think we don't know what technology will exist in the next 100 years. We need to make the sign also more accessible. Maybe take letters from the sign, the 9 letters that comprise the sign, and make them art pieces around the Hollywood community, and they can both be educational pieces where new technology can help people interact with the history of Hollywood that's contained in the letters of that sign. People see the Eiffel Tower, they know they're in Paris, France, and they think of it maybe as an engineering feat. If they see the Statue of Liberty, they know they're in New York, and they see it as a symbol of liberty and freedom. If they see the Hollywood sign, they know that they're in Los Angeles, and they know that sign speaks to creativity and innovation, and I think the human spirit to do something new and unique.
We had so much fun, and I had so much fun going unscripted with you, and we of course learned so much as we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Hollywood Sign.
It was so fun having you on the show. I loved it. And thank you guys for joining us. And remember, pay attention to all of the signs, especially this one. Where will we be next?
Yeah, where will we be?
Another local landmark you
that
don't
makes
want to
sense.
miss. Are you ready to say goodnight?
Sure. What do we do?
3, 2,
oh,
ready?
Mwah!
Stepping out into the bright lights, dressed up loud, we're standing out a mile, Hollywood style. 2 cool cats up from the island, cane and spats, top hats and diamond smile, Hollywood style. Uptown, nobody can doubt we're high-class boys. Love hounds sniffing all about, we're here to make noise. Big hotels, golden casino, bows and bells, stroll that Latino mile, Hollywood style. Uptown, nobody can doubt we're high-class boys. Love hounds sniff